It already happened. It didn't take very long. Tejo is already getting played in VCT. This game, Karmine Core versus Navi. We got a Tejo already! And it went horribly. But I'm going to prove to you in this video it did not go horribly because of Tejo. And Tejo actually did have some good usage in this game for Navi, as we'll see here in round number 3. So Navi are on the defense side, and straight away you're going to see here, right, we got the early rockets coming out here, right, over towards A. And this is one of the main questions you have to answer on Lotus, right? How are you going to defend this space? Well, Tejo helps you do that, right, with the rockets as we see here. Now, you can also just see in here a little Sage slow coming out. But this, again, I think is just an example of Navi maybe not having enough time to fully understand how Tejo would really work. Because the thing is, if you're an agent with no movement ability, like these guys back here, this first rocket is going to keep you back, right? You aren't going to be going anywhere because this rocket is keeping you back, right? But if you are someone with a movement ability, this Sage Slow isn't doing anything, particularly when you're playing as Yoru Omen, right? They're just going to TP past the Sage Slow as they both do just here, right? So you get kind of a bit of inefficiency here with the Sage Slow. You know, it's not really doing much, to be honest. But we do see that Sugetsu does end up taking a bit of damage here, right? He does go down to 55 HP. He takes damage from coming in across over just here. And we do see that they, you know, this round doesn't go great for Navi. They don't end up winning this round, but you see, okay, there is some kind of, you know, there's some damage there, right? There's some potential there, potentially, you know, for extra things that could happen. And obviously, again, we're going to talk about Navi's comp, you know, in this video, and I don't love their comp in general. As you see, it doesn't go great for them here. Right, and the comp, there maybe isn't as much synergy as I would like in this comp, right? I don't understand why we're seeing Tejo without a Raze when Raze is good on Lotus anyway. You know, Deadlock is probably a better option than Sage to combo with the Tejo, in my opinion, and would be better in general. So there were some comp decisions that I didn't really love. Also, I think the way that Navi played in this game, as I'm going to show you multiple times, wasn't great. Here is the first example of that, right? Where, okay, we're going to get this first kill with the Omen here. Then Angel's just going to run up on his own. Koala Noob is turning around and isn't with the team at all. I don't fully know what Koala is doing here, right? So you've got Omen TPing up. You got Angel, who's going to, in a second, just sprint up. You've got Koala Noob just chilling behind a cascade, right? We're on completely different pages. That ends up costing Angel his life. And then Koala Noob decides now's the time, you know, to come up on my own as well. One by one into the slaughter, they all die, right? So it wasn't great by Navi, but you can see already some of the little things that Tejo can do on a map like Lotus. But in this video, I am going to be a Tejo defender and try and prove to you that this was more Navi playing bad in general and not that Tejo is bad or a useless pick or anything like that. Navi's comp, I didn't love, and the way that Navi played, I also didn't love. And this round number 4 here, what you're going to see is we're about to get a little B split here coming in from Karmine Core. We're going to end up in a 5v5 post plant, and you'll just see that Navi very clearly weren't playing at their best.
This puts Xiao in such a pinched position though. Does he get to keep his life? I think he does get out of danger, but that got real close. Smoke gonna go in towards that main side where that spike is with Sugetsu. Smoke back in towards kind of lower CT side. Wait and see that plant coming in. They are very close here. This is precarious.
Interested to see what they do on the post plant because it's an awkward situation. Looks like they're going to push through.
Yeah, going for a Brawl Martine, taking a boatload of damage though. Hero just a shot in the dark off the back of the flash probably coming in, sprays in, gets rewarded, and now it's Koala Noob, no man's land there. That was really uncomfortable, but this is tricky. Aves finally starting to warm up a bit here. 2 big picks and Karmine Core suddenly looks stable under all this pressure. It's just Xiao left alive. He was one of the first players towards this side of the map, the first to evacuate that B site now. Probably the last one to try and walk away from this, still alive.
Yeah, so this round from Navi is an absolute disaster. They actually end up getting the first kill here, but it's just from that point on an absolute disgrace, to be honest, how badly this is played. So they get the first kill. Right, so that's good, you know, we get the first kill, and then these guys obviously have seen, you know, the KC players trying to push this, right? So playing passive here, you know, these two, absolutely fine. Don't have too much of a problem with that. The one problem I do have here is that Hero has his flash available, but because perhaps he hasn't mastered the agent, he's had plenty of time to recall his flash here from C, but he hasn't done, right? So he's still just got his flash here sitting doing nothing, right? And if you're worried about like, oh, maybe someone could come and flank him on C though, TMV, well, he's still got his wall up there as well, right? So if that were to happen, his wall would hopefully tell him that that is going to be the case, right? So he's just got a flash here sitting doing nothing. Could he have recalled it earlier? Could it then be used, you know, placed in a position like this to see if, you know, they are still trying to, you know, aggro onto you? Yes, that could have been the case, but it's not the case, right? right? But okay, these two are just chilling here. Let's take a look at what the rest are doing. Okay, so we got 3 players up here. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to Omen Flash, and we're going to send Koala completely out on his own. Right, he is just completely out on his own. No one else is coming with him. This is a one-man retake right here with 1 Omen Flash. Oh no, we do also have the Tejo stun, but oh, it's at the feet of Koala Noob, right? You're going to see that this stun here, the little yellow lines on his screen, the little warning sign, this is a little warning sign of, oh, hold on, Angel has trolled you, Koala Noob. He sent you out to die and has stunned you as well, because that's the Tejo stun. You'll see Aves here, there's no assist on that kill. Fade can't stun an agent, so it was the Tejo stun that stunned Koala Noob there and killed him, right? Then what do we get? Well, okay, now Hero, after that kill, is getting on the line, right? But what is Xiao doing? Xiao's just still big chilling, right? He's doing absolutely nothing. He's just chilling back there, recalling a star. Hero's out fighting on his own, right? We're recalling star. We now send in the rockets, right? So we're now sending in the rockets. Surely the way you want to do that is rocket first, then stun, right? So rocket, then stun something, then go as a team. Instead, we stun our teammate, die, then rocket, right? Again, Xiao just chilling back here, reloading. You know, could we have double swung this, you know, come together, try and, you know, clear this area together? Maybe, yes, but we don't, right? Then we're going to see, oh, 1 by 1, the ducklings come out. Here we go. Here's Ruxic, comes out on his own, dies, then Angel follows him, dies, and then Xiao, I mean, even this, right? You've got barely any money left. You were, what is, I don't even know what, this is just proof that they weren't playing very well, because what's Xiao doing here? Just go and save. Why aren't you saving? Why are you coming on this side of the harbor wall and fighting this? What are we doing? I have no idea whatsoever. Clearly Navi were not playing that great. But again, amongst the malaise and chaos of what Navi were doing, there were still moments of Tejo finding value.
I think he did. Yeah, there we go. Spots out Hero.
Original intention was to fake that into the B, but...
Oh, he's committed on it, and he's gone back around. This could be huge from Angel. Big reveal here, potentially, yeah. Massive! 4 found, and of course suppressed there. What do they do with this? Pops down the stun.
Okay, so we see there from the drone, we get 4 agents revealed and suppressed, right? That gives us time to decide, oh, okay, they must clearly all be here. Let's start coming across, as you can see, over towards A, get into a good spot, which we do, right? So we're in a very good spot. So what did Navi do next? Well, okay, we've got Koala Noob on a really good angle here with an op, right? He's going to op anyone if they do either cross over towards B or come over towards A. We've got an op on a good angle. What do? We smoke the op off, obviously, right? We're Navi. We're going to smoke off our own op here, make it very tough for Koala Noob in this spot, and ultimately give him, you know, a much more difficult job. He eventually decides to sage wall up and get himself on the sage wall, but now because he's got, you know, this his own team smoke in his way, he ends up dying just there, right? So again, we were getting some value from Tejo, but in some of these rounds, it just didn't matter. Okay, let's flippity flop onto the other side and see what Navi can do on their attack. Well, the problem is, look at their comp, right? They have no duelist here. In fact, Tejo is their only initiator, right? So obviously this is a comp that is going to majorly struggle on this attack side. And it did, right? Because there was rounds like this one, the first full gun round of the game. Let's just take a look at what they do, right? Because you're just going to watch them basically go on a tour of Lotus. They're just going to walk over towards A, decide, ooh, we don't really love that. So they're going to walk back over towards B here and go, ooh, let's take a look at going towards B. God knows how they plan on getting through this choke point, by the way, with their comp. I have no idea, but whatever, right? They're eventually going to get fade ulted here and go, ooh, okay, we don't love that. Let's walk on back to A, right? So you're going to see here, ooh, where are we going? Ooh, oh, yeah, we're going back towards A. Okay, now we're out towards A. Oh, how much time is left? Oh, 30 seconds. And now we're just going to do an A hit, but guess what? There's going to be no time left because they haven't destroyed any sentinel utility and they can't go anywhere and they got no duelist.
25 seconds as well. You're either going to, what, you're going to go through the vines? You're going to wait them out? The wall? How do you want to go about this one? You're down to 20 now, 19. The clock is running low and they are being stalled the hell out here. 15 seconds. Rotations are now in. Aves is there. You've got the players on the site. Elite takes a fight. Martin as well. This stall was stunning and Carmine Core showing you exactly why.
So we see some really good Vice util there from Carmine Core. And I do think that Vice is a good case study of an agent that now that teams have had some time with Vice, they are coming up with some Vice setups that are pretty good. They're finding value from this agent, right? Whereas before, maybe they weren't, right? So this is what I want to say about Tejo, because here's the thing. Here's an example of Tejo. They clearly, the teams, you know, at least Navi, don't know what they're doing yet because we have 23 seconds left in the round and Angel still has not used his rockets at all. right? He could be on his third use of this ability in 3 seconds. If he used them at the start of the round, if he used them then at a minute, he would then be getting back the rockets for this exec. Instead, he has not used it once, right? And again, minimum worst case scenario, you can use those rockets to potentially destroy things like Razor Vines and Sentinel utility, right? Like worst case, you can just put it in areas that you think like, oh, there might be some Sentinel utility there. Let me just put it in the common spots for Sentinel utility, right? Maybe I'll destroy a Razor Vine or two. Like bare minimum, that is what you can do with this ability, and he has not used it yet, and there is 23 seconds left in the round, and as you see, they don't even get onto the site. And then the final clip here is the very next round on the attack side as well, where Navi actually get into a situation that is perfect for them. This couldn't be any better, really, right? You're going to see here that they see, you know, a couple players here. They see the Omen. They see the Fade just there. They suppress the Fade, right? And not only that, they also have this Sage Slow, right? So you got the Sage Slow here. You can just see an Astra Star down here as well, right? So they've got potential Astra Suck here. You got a Sage Slow. These guys can't really escape. Definitely not this Fade. The Omen maybe can, but the Fade is definitely stuck, right? And suppressed. So what are we going to do? We've got a ton of utility. You know, we got another Slow to stop them. You know, we got Paranoia. We got the rockets to use now, right? We got a Vice Flash. Maybe we can throw a Razor Vine down. Astra Sucks are available, right? We've got plenty of stars left. Can do basically whatever we want here. You know, we're in a 5v2. Right, our drone has seen that there are 2 people here. We're in a 5v2. Maybe we have to be worried with these guys aggressing that, oh, you know, this is going to be some kind of pinch play here, but that's no problem, right? That shouldn't be a problem because we can just bombard these guys and beat them if they are coming on this flank. We can just beat them. 5v2. Let's go forward, right? What do we do instead? Nothing. Nothing. We just sit here waiting. Waiting for who? Waiting for what? Who are we waiting for? And so now we wait till they're not suppressed. You know, we wait until that moment has gone. And then we end up in this situation, which is just a clearly worse situation than they were in before, right? When they're revealed, they're suppressed. You know, they can't get out because of a Sage Slow. But we end up going 2 for 2, so it's not like the end of the world, right? It's not the end of the world, but we would have been favored in that fight, right? Right then was an opportunity of these guys are stuck. Yeah, we can get into them. And okay, I like that idea, right? Going for the Omen ult is eventually going to open up the C site to them here, and they eventually will go into C and plant the spike. But then there is also more mistakes around Tejo that I think that they make here, Navi, which ultimately don't help them win this round.
I'm out there collecting. Maybe it'll be your time soon. You know, maybe it's working on me.
I was thinking for second season of Pinini, you should join me as a coach.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nice, I'm down. Okay, is this just like trading work? You know, there's like 2000 sitcoms where people would like trade jobs.
Yeah.
Do a bit of that. Yeah. Okay, post plant. Angel has ult. I mean, everyone's got ults apparently. We've got 3 on the go currently. Martin takes a wander, takes a look, takes a glance, spots out 1. And we have the ult on top. And Lee gonna find Rooksy. Angel's gonna nuke Martin, but it's Xiao left. Oh god, these ults are everywhere. Good lord, Xiao. Still has to get through the cove. Breaks that. 6 bullets, 5 bullets, and the defuse ain't stopping. He's got to deal with it now. 3 bullets. He can't do it in time.
So there are some mistakes here by Navi, in my opinion, again, right? The first thing is, I think that Angel just plants the wrong way here, right? He has to be facing the other way, I think. We see Xiao at the end of this round, you know, not be able to see who's defusing the spike. And I think in large part because Angel plants the wrong way. Right, if he plants the other way, it goes up here on the stairs, and you can see from where Xiao is, right? The second thing I think, though, is he gets his ult off that. To me, this is like where he should be thinking, okay, I've got 26 seconds till I get the rockets back. We've got an Astra alive. I've got my ult as well, right? We can buy a lot of time here, right? We can buy a lot of time between the Astra Suck, between my ult, to give me the rockets back, and the time pressure will be immense on them, right? So what I think he should be doing here is getting off-site, and we didn't see this from them, right? And again, you should be, if you're playing a comp with Tejo, you should be playing a post-plant type comp, right? A comp where you can put multiple things on the spike because he's just adding so much into that. If he ever gets his ult, that's great. And the rockets as well. You've got Astra potentially. You've got, you know, Raze potentially, Sova, Viper, whatever it is, right? Anyone with a Molly, Brim, you know, all those agents combo pretty well because you can play for time pressure. Instead, we don't really wait till like they're actually, you know, tapping the spike and trying to bait stuff out. You know, we just send it straight away, right? What Ruxic is doing as well, I don't really know, right? He just hops right in to death. I don't fully understand, but like, if you think about it here, right, Xiao's got multiple stars available, right? So he actually is going to go for a stun as well here. And you just have to think, like, if he's got a suck and a stun with the rockets or a stun with the ult, that's a kill, right? It's not just getting them off the spike. That's like, you're just dead, right? And as I said, it seems like Angel plants in slightly the wrong place here, and he can't see Sedek, and they end up losing the round, and they would end up losing the game in a similar situation in the next round as well. So there you go. There's Tejo's first game. Not a great game by Navi, as you can see. To me, it very clearly looks like they weren't very well prepared on this agent.